thank you so much for staying with us. I think we've been here for 45 minutes or more. I'm going to round up at this time, and I'm hoping I can take questions now. Any questions for me? Can you send it on? Send it, yeah, send it via chat. Okay. Questions. Okay, we have few questions today, but I'm excited to take them. Okay, first question. What inspired you to create this webinar? Okay, what inspired me to create this webinar? I feel that's a kind of that's a very on the surface level, but yeah, uh, my personal experiences at workplaces, like I said when I introduced myself, I've been in a number of workplaces, and I've kind of seen firsthand how workplace dynamic work, and I feel presently it's the corporate politics has overtaken even the purpose of the goals of fulfilling the goals or the task at work and earning profit, right? Everyone just cares about getting their friends. Oh, my best friend, I'm going to hire my best friend, I'm going to go with my work bestie, we're going to be best friends at work. I feel like that's very unreasonable, right? The purpose of hiring at work is not to build your friend group or your, you know what I mean, right? Like you should be hiring objectively to fulfill your job functions, and that's also another thing that contributes to stress at work, right? Someone needs to get the job done. Something actually has to be done. You need to meet those deadlines. You need to file those reports. You need to document those processes. You need to record things. You need to send off the data. Your actual job functions have to be carried out. So when you concern yourself with filling the workplace with your besties and the people that like you and you feel comfortable around, what happens to fulfilling the actual job functions? You see, everyone is always performing under stress, right? So I've seen what inspired me to create this webinar is I feel like we are all, it's like a lot of professionals are losing the plot when it comes to corporate existence, right? You need work to earn money, period. You don't need work to make friends. That's something you should do outside of work. This is not to say that you cannot make friends at work, but you should not be going into work with the mindset of making friends, because that is unreasonable, right? And also your colleagues are there to make money as well. So if you're relating with your colleagues, you're trying to, oh, I'm trying to show you that I'm your best friend. At the end of the day, if you leave that workplace, or if they leave that workplace, you see that it's very difficult to continue professional relationships after you've left that corporation. If you're friends with 50 of your colleagues and you leave the corporation, you'll be surprised that you struggle to remain friends with at least five, right? It's because workplace relationships are not built for continuation. They're just built for your corporate existence. So you should, like I said, keep things. Uh, I put together this webinar so I can remind people about why we're at work, and to push those values that will protect our mental health at work, right? Keep the workplace stress free and prevent burnout. Okay, I'll take another question. Oh, it's so good how you guys arranged this, about like they arranged it. My team arranged this with, okay, these are questions about you. I just took one question about me. There are questions about the concepts of corporate avatar, and question about my solutions. There are some questions in each section, and I'll just take one from each section. So I'll take a question about corporate avatar. How does this person, sorry, excuse me. I guess this person is challenging me. The person says, how does the law of agency connect to the idea of protecting employees' mental health? I'm going to read that with an attitude. How does the law of agency connect to the idea of protecting employees' mental health? Well, thanks for that question. The law of agency, it allows you to understand, to create a conceptual understanding of how you exist at work. Okay, you're not existing at work to show how how such a good person you are, or how beautiful you are. No, you are at work for the sole purpose of carrying out goals of your employer. And this helps you in, let me give you an example of, say you work at a corporation that pollutes the environment, and you're someone that's all about protecting the environment, keeping plastics out of the sea, and stuff like that. It's going to be very hard for you. It will directly Is directly against your personal principles, right? To work in a place where, say, you are part of the wheel that ends up leading to pollution. Say you work for an oil company, right? And you learn about, oh, my company dumped so and so. They're paying this fine because they dumped so and so amount of oil in the ocean, or they're polluting this land or that land. It's going to be very hard for you to show up every day and to live as yourself from work, right? If you do not understand this concept of agency, so it means whatever you're doing, yes, you might be doing it, but it's your corporation that's doing it, right? I'm not saying you should be complacent, or you should go and put yourself in corporations that make you do things that are immoral or unconscionable. But just, if you do find yourself and you need to earn a living, you need to earn a pay, you need to pay your rent, you have to understand these things to protect your mental health. Okay, I'll take one question about the solution. The question is, I think I took this question the other day. I'll take it again. What are some immediate steps companies can take to safeguard employees' well-being? I like this question. Some immediate steps is, first off, you need to put in processes and systems to take reports from employees, right? Excuse me, for HR to take reports. I cannot overemphasize this. The only reason HR will refuse to take a report on Mr. A or Mr. B would be because personally the HR finds those people to be their friends, right? Because it is never, ever in the interest of the corporation to silence employees when they are reporting things like discrimination, harassment, or bullying. No, the company wants to make sure they encourage employees to come forward. That's the only way they can ensure that their culture is positive, right? You document, it doesn't mean if an employee, I mean, come on, HR, they are well trained to address issues like this. I shouldn't be saying, but that an employee is reporting, an issue doesn't mean that that issue might be factual, but it serves as a deterrent to other players in the office. When corporations take reports like that seriously, it also protects the corporation. Show that you took the reports, you took the complaints, you documented it, and you acted upon it. Open cases and closed cases, right? Sharp incident reports in the HR side to protect your company. You cannot protect your company enough. All right, so I think we kind of got this to 1 hour, but we're going to leave this here. We finished our questions and answers, and I hope we learned something today. Again, my name is Diane Boyje. I had so much fun hosting this webinar. I probably will do this again next month. I think I was better than I did, I think last week or a few days ago was my first live, and for this webinar, and I think I did better this today by this webinar, and I'll do better on the next webinar. Feel free to reach out to me via my company Eddie Direct at eddiemassive.com. Send us an email and I'll definitely reach out to you if you have questions about our tool, If you have recommendations or you have experiences you want to share that you think would be helpful, definitely reach out. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping that we can all work together to ensure that the workplace is safe for every employee. And I don't want to start talking about neurodivergent employees and how they often get targeted and mobbed, kicked out, right? But I feel like is in everyone's best interest to ensure that all employees are protected, are safe at work, and the focus is on achieving the task and the goals at work, and not making emotional connections. Thank you so much, Janet Bridget. See you next time.